What's a good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Vaughn, the owner of SportsHaveBalls.com. We are looking at the Minnesota Vikings as we look at every single team in the NFL. Every preview video, boom, up on YouTube site. So go check it out. Give us likes on our videos and have a great time. As we get into the Minnesota Vikings, let's start it off. I mean, we all should know by now about J Quad and the Minnesota Vikings. We all know J Quad could take this to the next level. What do I mean by that? Well, let's look at the head coach first. O'Connell, we really love him. He's just a solid coach. He doesn't have the best personnel around, but he puts his team in the best position to win games. Bringing in defensive coordinator Flores, taking teams from number 28 to number 13, is a really good deal. I think he could take an average team to a good team, or below average to a good, to at least an average defense. But it all starts out at quarterback. It's going to end at quarterback. Yeah, obviously there's no Cousins anywhere, but part of the J Quad, J.J. McCarthy. What's the other part? I think you know, Justin Jefferson, the proven J.J. and the not proven J.J. The J Quad. Will they take it to the next level? J.J. McCarthy. I'm doing this in a little bit later in August, looking decent in the preseason so far, just a game or two. But the truth is, J.J. McCarthy has to get to the shroud. Has to do the shroud. If he does the shroud, then he could put the Vikings on his back to the Houston Texans level of last year, being competitive. When you have Jefferson and you have Addison, you throw in the tight end Hawkinson, you're set. This is top notch. They're going to be fine at receiver. But the number one thing you would have to worry about is any type of injury. I don't care if it's Hawkinson, Addison, Jefferson, any of them go down, the Vikings go down. Now they get Aaron Jones. Not that running backs matter, but running game does matter. I always say running backs don't matter. That's just the name on the back of the jersey doesn't matter. You're not going to do anything if you're running for 7 touchdowns. 7 rushing touchdowns in 17 games. Are you schmooing me? That has to change. And their tackles are good, and they could get some protection for J.J. McCarthy, but it still looks on paper like they're going to struggle with the running game. As we go to the defense, picking up Van Ginkel, who is under Flores, can only be good. He's solid as it is, and then he's still under the same coaching tutelage. Good pickup. Their pass rushers have upgraded, so they'll be fine there. But the back 7 and DBs, they were burnt like toast all year. But if they can get a better defensive, just a little bit of a pass rush, maybe they can help these guys out. So this defense, not so trusted. What will not happen this year because of regression to the mean? They will not turn the ball over 34 times. They will not have part of the J Quad fumbling at the 1 yard line. If you watch the show Receivers, showing him at the 1 yard line against the Eagles, fumbles it through, they lose by 6. They will not. I just don't believe there will be the turnovers because teams don't turn the ball over 32, 34 times in consecutive years unless they're super bad. And I don't think the Vikings are really bad. I think the upside ceiling is contending for a playoff site, maybe getting one. I don't know if I can predict it. Under 7.5 wins. Under is minus 165. Over plus 7.5 is plus 135. But the truth is, the smart money has been coming in on the over. So this under at 7.5 minus 165, you can get some 7s out there that people are going over the total for the Vikings. But make no mistake about it, they don't have the depth to come up with any. They lose one tackle. They lose one of the big 3 of Addison, Jefferson, and Hawkinson. And it's going to change everything, and they'll be in trouble. They're going to be very well coached. So they do have a manageable schedule. Would they play the AFC South and the NFC West. And their extra games aren't the worst. Giants, Jets, Falcons. Falcons supposed to be a little bit better. Jets, say what you want about them. Going to be better, going to be not. Who knows? Will they stay healthy? So they have a manageable schedule to get to that 8 wins. Maybe, if everything goes right, like it did 2 years ago, challenge for a playoff spot. And now I'm not talking about winning every 2-point game that's on their schedule. I'm not worried about 12, 13 wins. I just want to see if this team is really going to be good. And it's going to start with J.J. McCarthy. Can he make them the competitive team that they need to be? We don't want to. I mean, if they're going to start out with Darnold, we know what he is. We already know. So if he can't beat out Darnold, or if Darnold plays a bunch, it's like he might be able to win you a game here and there. But if he's even challenging McCarthy for the starting job, that's going to be red flag. That's just going to be a red flag. I look for the Vikings to be in that 7 to 8 win level. I don't think they'll push a playoff spot. But if J.J. McCarthy is this year's C.J. Stroud, then I think they could get to a little bit of a better level than we're predicting with them right now. So that's my take on the Minnesota Vikings. Now, this is a team I follow. My wife's a Vikings fan, so we follow every Raider and Viking game. I see an upside for the Vikings, whether they can stay healthy, whether J.J. McCarthy is the real deal. He was the 5th quarterback taken, and when it's in that range, you're not even really in a historically good position. But signs so far, at least the middle of August, look like he could be okay. So we'll see how that all plays out. We'll see you guys in the next video where we will tackle the Detroit Lions. And sportsheadballs.com is the name of my site. Come get a sports pack deal if you like, knowing that when you get college and pro, everything else is free. Always be at this YouTube channel because we got every single college football major team covered. And we got every NFL team covered. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Always have a blast out there, and let's make money.